Hey everyone, welcome to today's Explainer. We're going to completely decode the digital services you're already using every single day and take a look at the hidden technology making it all tick. Whether you realize it or not, your daily life is powered by this massive, invisible web of data. So today, we're going under the hood. Think about it for a second. How many online services have you already used today? Did you maybe check a message, look up a quick fact for homework, or watch a video before even walking into class? Every time you do one of those things, you're relying on a huge digital infrastructure. You are actively participating in a world of electronic services that have literally revolutionized how we live, learn, and communicate. Welcome to e-services. Let's start with the front end. These are the digital tools you actually see and interact with. At their core, e-services, which is just short for electronic services, are all about pure convenience. By definition, they allow you to complete a wide variety of tasks over the internet from absolutely anywhere. They literally turn a long, boring wait in a physical line into just a few taps on a screen. Doesn't matter if you're at home, at school, or just on the move. And the barrier to entry into this digital universe? It's surprisingly simple. To access all of this, you only need two things: a computer or mobile device and an internet connection. Seriously, it really is that simple. With just a device and a connection, you're holding a global library, a massive shopping mall, and a bank right there in the palm of your hand. Section 2. Learning and banking online. Okay, let's explore two major ways we use these services all the time: expanding our minds and managing our money. Now, you're probably pretty familiar with this first one. E-learning uses technology to deliver educational content remotely. To do this effectively, schools use something called a learning management system, or LMS. Whether it's Moodle, Canvas, or Google Classroom, an LMS is what helps your teachers deliver lessons, give out quizzes, and track your progress all completely digitally. Now, e-learning is incredibly flexible, it's cost-effective, and it lets you learn at your own pace with all sorts of interactive media. But there's a catch. It can definitely feel isolating. Without a teacher physically right there in the room, it takes a ton of self-discipline. Plus, it makes learning hands-on practical skills, like, say, a chemistry experiment, a whole lot harder since you can't really physically interact with the materials through a screen. Similarly, we have internet banking. This lets your parents transfer funds globally, pay bills, or even open deposits at 2 a.m. on a Sunday. No waiting in line at a branch. But, with great convenience comes great responsibility. E-banking requires some serious security. It's totally vulnerable to cyber threats, like backdoor attacks that sneak into systems in the background, or malware and even denial of service attacks that literally try to lock rightful users out of their own accounts. Section 3. Shopping, booking, and jobs. All right, next up, let's talk about how the internet completely flipped commerce on its head. We're talking about how we buy stuff, how we travel, and eventually how you're going to build your careers. You definitely know these digital storefronts, e-shopping portals like Amazon, Flipkart, Mantra, and Blinkit. They let you order anything: textbooks, fresh kicks, or even your weekly groceries, delivered right to your doorstep. You get to browse these endless virtual catalogs filled with photos and multimedia from sellers literally all over the world. The massive upside here is the endless 24/7 variety. Plus, it's super easy to hunt down cheap deals and discount codes. But the downside? Well, there's zero personal touch. You can't exactly try a shirt on or feel the fabric through your phone. You've also got to keep an eye out for shipping costs. And of course, the very real risk of online fraud, where shady sellers might send you a low-quality or refurbished item. Now, when it comes to travel, e-reservation changes the whole game. Imagine planning a family trip. Back in the day, you'd be stuck waiting at a ticket counter for hours. Today, using an e-reservation site like the IRCTC portal, you just instantly search for trains, check out the seat availability, and book your tickets without ever leaving the couch. It saves a ton of time, and honestly, it saves money too, because you aren't paying those hidden commission fees to third-party travel agents. And hey, when you're older and starting to look for a career, e-job portals like Naukri, Indeed, Shine, and LinkedIn are going to connect you with employers on a global scale. They make finding opportunities so much easier. But since anyone, anywhere can apply, the competition is intense. Your resume is really going to have to stand out to get noticed. Section 4. The power of e-payments. Okay, so we've talked about buying things and booking tickets, but how do you actually pay for that train ticket safely? That all happens through e-payments. These allow for digital financial transactions without ever handling physical cash. And there are tons of ways to do it. You can type in credit or debit card numbers, log into net banking, use e-wallets like Paytm, or, super popular right now, just scan a QR code with UPI, the Unified Payments Interface. That transfers funds instantly using just an app on your phone. The main takeaway here is that e-payments are blazingly fast. They have really strong security authentication, and it means you don't have to carry around a bunch of cash. But here's the catch. You are entirely dependent on the tech. If the power goes out, if your phone battery dies, or if the bank's server crashes, well, your transaction is stuck. You're completely relying on the system working perfectly. So that brings us to the ultimate question for today's class. What is the invisible infrastructure running behind the scenes? When you click Book Ticket or hit Submit Homework, how does your specific laptop actually talk to a server that's thousands of miles away to make it all happen? Section 5. Under the Hood. Computer Networks. All right, time to pivot away from those front-end apps you see on your screen and dive into the back-end computer networks that actually power them. This is where the magic really happens. A computer network is simply a group of computers and peripheral devices linked together so they can share data and hardware. In networking terms, every single connected device on that network is called a node. A node can communicate with the rest of the network, but it can totally still function independently on its own. That smartphone in your pocket right now? Yep, that's a node. Now, to build these networks, you need some specific hardware. You need network cards and networking cables to physically connect the devices. You need a modem, which stands for modulator, demodulator, to translate digital signals from your computer into analog signals. Then you've got your traffic directors. A hub just blindly broadcasts data to every single device on a network. But a switch is a lot smarter. It forwards data only to the specific device it's meant for. Finally, a router connects two completely different networks together and keeps the data moving efficiently. Section 6. Types of computer networks. Networks scale up kind of like cities do, right? From a small neighborhood all the way to a massive metropolis. We start small with a PAN, or Personal Area Network. That covers about 10 meters, like connecting your laptop to your wireless Bluetooth headphones. Step up a bit and you have a LAN, Local Area Network, which connects computers in a single room, office, or your school campus. Then there's MAN, Metropolitan Area Network, which spreads across a whole city. And finally, the big one, WAN, or Wide Area Network. This connects computers across distant global locations. In fact, the entire internet is just one massive WAN. The contrast here is just incredible when you really step back and look at it. A small, simple LAN setup might just connect a few computers to a central hub in one room. But on a global scale, a massive, interconnected wide area network links up tons of smaller networks using powerful autonomous routers and satellite signals. It spans oceans and continents just to make those e-services work for you in the blink of an eye. So as we wrap things up, I want to leave you with a quick challenge. Look around your classroom or computer lab right now. Based on what we just went over, which type of network are your school computers connected to? Is it a PAN, a LAN, or maybe something bigger? Thanks so much for joining me on this digital journey today, class. Keep exploring, keep asking questions, and always think critically about the amazing invisible tech that surrounds you.